happening in the data session. It very likely would be, but I wouldn't testify to that.
If there were an Instagram call,
Yes.
there would be.
I want to buy your house. I can pay you cash for your house, no matter what condition it's in. We make
5 for any data events.
Again, we do not map AT&T data sessions.
Now, we're not talking about mapping. We're just talking about locating them within the records. Were you asked to do that?
I mean, I reviewed some data sessions. I did it on the stand during the direct examination. So I've looked at the data sessions, but I didn't particularly. My job is to provide location analysis with the CDRs.
So
I don't know if I did or not.
So you would not be testifying at all that there was a data session at around 11 a.m. for my client's 1595 phone number where he's making an Instagram call?
No, I'm not testifying that. In fact, if it's the same one we looked at where there was a 5-hour period, which I think it was, then there was no data session in the records.
All right, so that would reflect that somebody was not making any Instagram calls during that time period, specifically around 11 a.m.
There would be no data. No, there's no data sessions.
What about the 9583 number? 478-305-9583. You plotted that, correct?
I did.
In your review of those records, the call detail records are a very small period of time, correct?
You mean that
picture clear?
That you were provided.
Let me know if you can see and hear that good.
Was there any indication in there, the records that you received from the state, allowing you as the expert, the FBI expert, to say that number belongs to?
No, again, I don't try to place phones in people's hands.
How to sound, how to vision.
You have no testimony for this jury.
Bet. You know, I'm just using what I got to get a little bit done, my name.
I don't know who the user of that phone was, necessarily.
But there's nothing within there. Sort of
I ain't got everything I need, but I still make it work.
And you see phone calls with Miss Coas, phone calls with Father to Coast.
Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button.
You'd be able to do consistent.
I had all the records, and then I subpoenaed all the rest of the subscribers on there, and then I analyzed all of those things. I maybe could infer through logic that I saw a call to your mom, a call to your brother, a call to your daughter, a call to your job, and say that might be a likely phone for someone. But I don't have any of those records, and I did not do that in this case.
How the picture look? Is it grainy?
Government gives you.
Is it clear? Again, is it grainy? Is it okay? How to
worry about who has the phones. My job is to say where the phones were and what the call detail records say. If there's subscriber information in there, then that could indicate that it belongs to somebody. But if not, I don't make an attempt to try to identify who the phone belongs to.
We're just talking about what could have been done. Not saying that and for you.
My bad, y'all. I had some real shit going on. Cuz had just called me. I had to. We back though. We back. A little family matter.
There are data sessions between 8:12.
The jury, are you testifying to UTC? Or are you testifying to the converted
time? I'm converting in my head. I'm sorry. It was
I'm trying to get it back right.
12:12 UTC, which is 7:12 Eastern time, all the way up until 17:25, which would be 12:25 local time.
You can't say that that's consistently throughout that time communicating with the data session, just that there are connections within that time, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Trying to get it back lined up. My bad, y'all. Y'all know I'll be fucking up. Y'all know I'll be fucking up. Don't mind me all the time.
With respect to 1595 and 9583, and now we're talking about. All right, let's know if you need to take a look at that. 9583 number. The records that you were just looking at, you can plot that in the general area of Merrill Road up until about 12:45 Eastern Standard Time.
Sorry, the 9583 number is what we're talking about now?
Yes.
9583. It is in the general area of Merrill Road at 10:17 a.m.
Agent, we're just talking about 12:45. If you need to take a look at the records. Agent, instead of looking at the records, do you not remember if there was an event at around 12:45 and that you'd be able to place it? Would it refresh your recollection and take a look at the records?
Sure.
Maybe take a look at the very last lines. We're asking about 12:45 Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
Is the 9583 number communicating with a cell site in the vicinity of Merrill Road?
Well, okay, I want to clarify. Are you asking me about the point that I have drawn on there, which is 701 Merrill Road, or Merrill Road in general?
I'm not asking you. Focus on the computer.
Yes,
I'm not asking you
the vicinity of Merrill Road.
Okay, so 12:45 Eastern Standard Time, 9583, the shooter's phone, is in the area of Merrill Road.
12:40 p.m. It is near Merrill Road, yes.
A little bit later than 12:40 p.m. Can you give the exact time?
12:48.
Okay. Now, you know when you're all set.
I'm all set.
All right, 1595. Do you have any locations in and around 1248 for the 1595?
No, sir.
If I were to show you the call detail records for 1595, could there be a point?
Are you asking me, is there something I didn't map?
Out of vision. You see?
Well, yes. So to save the suspense, there's an event at right after 1 o'clock for 1595.
Okay.
Did you plot that?
The only call that I plotted was at 3:03 p.m. for 1595.
All right, but what we're talking about at do you have the 1595 records in front of you?
I do not, no, sir.
Save. Pages 3 and 4. Second approach?
Yes.
Sorry.
Pages 3 and 4. Yeah, some question.
Okay.
There's an event right around 1 o'clock, right?
These are data records. We don't map AT&T data records. There's no events mapped for AT&T data records anywhere in my report. So there is an event that happens at 1:10.
And those records contain a latitude and longitude, correct?
They do, yes, sir.
Right. So that would give us a location, something.
Out of vision. How to sound of vision. Y'all
Can
let
you
me
tell
know
where
something.
that location is from the latitude and longitude?
I cannot.
If I were to tell you that it was way north near Old Soul Donuts, that seem correct?
I have no idea where it's at. I don't know where Old Soul Donuts is or where the latitude is. We can map it on, we can pull up on Google and map it.
So you could pull up on Google and map that latitude and longitude.
I can map this latitude and longitude. I would not put any weight behind what AT&T was providing in 2020. So we did not map records in 2020.
Understand? It's all we have.
Yes.
To be able to map it. So why don't you, and feel free to use my computer. It should be connected. If your honor is okay with that, you can map those live right here.
Is there any objection?
I don't have an objection.
Okay.
Hit the like button. But he cooked. I don't care what nobody's saying. He cooked. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Mm-hmm. Ain't looking good for Ksoo. It ain't looking good now. It ain't looking good for Ksoo now. That boy, he. Oh man, he cooked.
Where it is. So you circled Merrill Road before, so that would be consistent with the location of the 9583 number, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So now if you could circle where the 1595 number is the known phone of my client several minutes later.
Come on now, tell us something, nigga. Y'all can hear that vision clear? Y'all let me know something.
Is that fair?
Maybe a little bit higher, but we'll say in that general vicinity.
Okay.
That's for you understanding the concern that you have about the reliability of AT&T records. We have what we have. You plot that where he's 1595 number is north.
Yes, sir.
And your knowledge of Jacksonville, that's miles north.
Yes.
Now, let's stay on the 1595 number. My client's number. within the call detail records, right before the murder, right after the murder, do you have any communications between that phone and the other phones that you were asked to plot?
Sir, I can't make assertions on what it is without seeing the records. I cannot memorize these records. It's not possible.
I understand. I'm not asking you to.
Okay.
And we have it here, and that's why I have the computer up if I need to show it to you. But if there was a communication between two of the phones, you would have put that on some of your maps?
If there was mappable location data for the device, I would have put it on my map and I would have included the calls that it was talking to.
Now, do me a favor. Look to page 1 of your report. You were asked by the government. Again, for fairness to the jury, when I'm asking questions about plotting it, I know that you don't know the facts of the case and you're just plotting the data that you're given by the government. So I don't mean that to come off like an accusation that you didn't plot something.
Right, and I'm not. I'm just trying to let you know I can't memorize everything. Okay, page 1.
Yeah. So you were asked to plot 904-485-72. What's that number?
All right, I'm on page 1. 904.
485. It's right on the bottom.
7529.
Yeah.
You received records for that phone number?
I did.
They don't ask you questions like the subscriber information and stuff like that, right?
So the subscriber information was likely provided with the records. I don't generally pull it up and look at it unless I'm specifically asked that for trial purposes.
All right. Now, the number that you were given to plot was 7529, correct?
Correct.
And the records that we have for Natalie Gant are 7259, not 7529.
Okay. I mean, that could be a typo in my report.
But it could also be an error by the government.
Yes, I guess either way.
At the end of the day, you don't plot any locations for the number 7529, correct?
I did not.
But you don't know sitting here whether there are plottable records for Natalie Gant's known phone of 904-485-7259.
The records that were provided to me, there weren't any information to map in the time period and the locations.
Now, conclusion, you're confined on your plotting to what the government gives you, correct?
I would say that I map whatever records are given, I ingest those and I do it, but my analysis my analysis focuses on the time period and the locations the government gives me.
You're not sending out subpoenas yourself to collect records.
No, sir.
Did they provide you records for Chris Brown?
I don't know names associated with phone numbers, sir.
But all the records that they provided to you are contained within your report.
Correct.
One moment, Your Honor.
Yes.
Thank you.
Is there any redirect? Yes.
Judge, I just want to talk about a couple of points. Actually, Judge, I apologize. Can I have 5 minutes before redirect? Just need to check on something.
Okay. Like to excuse the jury?
Yes, sir. Can we just take a quick 5 break? Okay.
Okay. All right, then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you to leave your notepads on your seats and have us step into your jury room for just a brief recess. We'll call you.
Este teléfono es lo mejor que he visto. Lo más impresionante que trae un superparlante. Y trae doble pantalla táctil y este parlante a colores. Es un teléfono con 500 gigas de almacenamiento interno, una supermemoria, RAM de 16 gigas. Es un teléfono contra golpe y es un teléfono contra agua. No le entra agua. Si eres de los que te gustan los buenos teléfonos, para trabajo, para construcción.
Hey, Trevor, they still ain't back yet. Y'all, what's going on? Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Look, I'm here fucking with y'all, using what I got to get this out there to y'all. You see what I'm saying? I know somebody appreciate me. I know somebody appreciate me. You feel me? As my nigga Uncle Juice will say. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like, hit the subscribe. We waiting on court to get back in session. Yeah. To me, dude, already it's Ksoo and his buddy. Once his man's hit the stand, it was all over, if you ask me. And that was it Thursday or Friday when his man's took the stand? Oh, we back.
Proceed with the examination.
We back. We back, y'all. We back. Ksoo.
All right. Let's get the juries lined up and back out to the.
Come on back out. Come on back out. Yeah. Come on back out. Come on back out. They back.
Okay.
Receive is contingent upon what a person chooses to back up.
Correct.
Okay. So if somebody doesn't back up their location data, you don't have location data.
That's correct.
You were asked about going through the call records and determining who a phone belongs to based on who they made the call. Are there other ways to determine who a phone belongs to?
Yes.
You can look through the phone itself, for the accounts that are registered.
That is a possibility, yes.
Look through the photographs to determine who's taking selfie pictures.
Yes.
You were asked about the data sessions on the 9583 number. Can you see them on your screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and so that we're going through it, your testimony is consistent with the records. There are data sessions basically all morning on the 15th, right?
Correct.
Just for instance, that's 1327. So we subtract 5, so that's 830 about.
827.32. Yes, sir.
Okay, and then going forward at like we've got 10:20, almost 11 o'clock there. Going forward 11:30. There's data sessions all morning.
Yes, sir.
And I want to walk through that phone again.
Like button. Hit the subscribe
To show
button.
where it was. There's only a couple of mappable points of data that you have for that phone, right?
Yes, sir.
Trying to beat the odds and you can
Starting here for the 9583 number, it is interacting with the tower that services the homicide location. Well, you don't know, but the 7001 Merrill Road.
Yes, sir.
And then after that, it's going to move down south to about where 1033 is, so the tower that services that area.
That's correct. Yes, sir.
And then after that,
All right, sustained. If you'll rephrase your questions.
where is the 9583 number at between 1130 and 1151?
It is sitting over at the tower that would most likely service 1033 Townsend Boulevard.
Okay. And then the next data point that you have for that phone in slide 16, where is that phone now?
It's sitting off this tower here in this area, right below Arlington Hills.
Mr. DeCoste asked you on cross-examination that you did not map anything for the 1595 number in this relevant time period. You can't say where that number was.
I did not map it, no, sir.
Okay. But you've reviewed the records, right?
Correct.
So let's look at the call records here. So start on. This is the page we started with the call records, right? Page 1.
Yes, sir.
There's one call here at about 11:02. Does that phone connect to a tower, that call?
No, sir.
Okay. Why would a phone not connect to a tower when somebody tries to call it?
It could be off. It could be, again, there could be things disrupting its connection to the network. Most likely it's generally when it's off.
And then we already talked about it down here, but we have data sessions going to about 7:11 a.m.
Correct.
and then nothing else until,
Yeah, sustained.
when is the next time that we have data sessions?
1:10:44 p.m.
Nothing between those two times? Is there anything between those two times?
There is not.
And then this, what is this page?
This is the SMS records.
Okay, so like text messages?
Yes, sir.
Are any of these connecting to a tower?
No, sir.
Why would a phone not receive SMS text messages?
Most likely explanation is because all these events are incoming, that the phone is off.
Mr. DeCoste asked you to map a point at 1:10 in the afternoon on the north side from the AT&T records. Remember that?
Yes, sir.
And your testimony earlier was that you don't feel comfortable because the AT&T records are only 95 to 98% accurate.
Again, there were known anomalies within the AT&T records at that time, which caused us to choose not to map those records.
But for Mr. DeCoste, you just took this latitude and longitude and plugged it into Google Maps.
That's correct. Yes, sir.
All right, so let's do it a couple more times. Let's start at line 27. So that's 1:15:20, and that's at 5:18 in the morning.
That's correct.
And again, these are for the 1595 records, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is our latitude and longitude here.
Of the tower used. Yes, sir.
All right. So that's 30.34257 and minus 81.541978, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if I type that in, 30.4257. 4257.
Objection, Your Honor.
The grounds?
The expert clock is.
Okay.
Judge, I'm not doing anything differently than Mr. DeCoste did. I can ask the expert to come up here and map them himself if the court would like.
All right. He can do that. Or yes, then he will have to because he doesn't have a laptop to do it here. But be sure, agent, when you go to that device, you speak loudly into the microphone so that the court reporter and I can hear you and that the jury can hear you. All right. You are free to reposition yourself to the evidence card. And both counsel are free to reposition themselves to also view what is occurring.
Okay, so line 27, I got notepad, paper, line 27, you can map that for us. Got it there. Okay, so we're about at 295 or so at that point in the morning?
Yes, sir.
And that's,
All right, re-ask your question.
where is he at that point in the morning?
He is right near 295 and Monument Road. Well, I'm sorry, the tower is located that was used for that data session at that location.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you to map number 29 for me. The number that you know?
Spit it out.
Objection, counsel, the witness.
Is that the number that you know?
I'm sorry, what? I haven't heard anything. What are you saying?
Just ask him if that's the number that he mapped.
All right. I don't think we need to approach sidebar, but let the witness go ahead and map the coordinates.
Your head, nigga. We trying to look at the lawyer.
So,
I mean, the judge.
what you just mapped was number 29.
Right.
That's at 5:33:19 Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
And that is approximately where? Here.
The judge look like she like
Yeah,
niggas.
near 212 and Ryer Road. I'm not familiar with Jacksonville enough to say what area that is.
Okay. Can you see here on the screen where it says Hogan Road?
Yes.
Okay. And going back to your PowerPoint, here at 5:26 in the morning, where was the 624-3684 number and the 702-918-4911 number?
Appears to be in the same general area.
Okay, the same area?
Sir.
Now I'm going to ask you to map number 40. And that's at about 5:55 a.m.
6:55 a.m.
Sorry, 6:55 a.m. Okay. And zooming in a little bit, see where it says Palm Lake Drive here,
I do, yes, sir.
kind of at the 295 interchange up on the north side.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want to go back to the other records, and that was all for the 1595 number, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The 478-305-9583. Looking here at about, is that 6:17 a.m.?
Yes, sir.
6:22 a.m.?
Sir.
What time is it at 3:19?
Just a moment. What was the objection?
I'll rephrase.
Okay.
In line 319 at 6:52 a.m., what is the address of the tower for the 5983 records?
9583 records are at 12035 Palm Lake Drive.
Okay, and will you map that for us? But will you show the distance between the last one and this one? So based on the AT&T records, the 1595 number is about in the same area as the 478 number that you just mapped,
Correct.
around the same time. And then again, at what time does it appear to you that the 1595 number is powered off based on the records? That it no longer is reporting any data files, or phone calls, or text messages.
There appears to be no activity between 7:11 a.m. Eastern Time and 1:10 p.m. Eastern Time.
Thank you. You can take your seat. Special Agent, based on the mapping that you just did in front of the jury here, is it your opinion that the 1595 phone is in this area around the same time, about 5:30 in the morning?
Yes, sir.
And is it your opinion that it is then up near that Eastport Road at about approximately 6 a.m. that morning?
Yes, sir.
And then it is, or I guess 6:55, you said.
Yes, sir.
And then your opinion is that the phone is no longer, the 1595 number is no longer reporting any more data from 7:10 a.m. until 1 something in the afternoon.
Yeah, I think it was a 7:11 a.m. to 1:10 p.m.
but that the 1595 phone is in the same Eastport area as the 478 number around that time zone.
Yes.
Thank you. I don't have any.
Okay, may this witness be excused. All right, thank you, sir. You're excused and free to go. All right, state, you may call your next witness.
Yes, Your Honor, if it pleases the court, state will call Shalonda.
Miss Adams, please. All right, ma'am, if you'll come forward and be sworn. All right, be sure to speak loudly, clearly, and closely into those two microphones. State, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Ms. Adams. Please introduce yourself to both juries.
My name is Shalonda Adams.
What do you do for a living?
I work for Jacksonville Sheriff's Office as a latent print examiner.
How long have you worked for the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office?
I worked there for 19 years.
Go ahead.
4 years with the latent print unit as a latent print examiner and 15 years in identification unit as a fingerprint technician.
So explain to the jury your progression through the Sheriff's Office. What do you do in ID and records? And then I guess you were promoted to be a latent print examiner. Explain that to the jury.
In ID and records, that's where we were trained to read and classify fingerprints. And after that, I moved up to the latent print examiner's office to where we have to process evidence based off of, fingerprints off of evidence.
And are you one of the supervisors in that unit?
Yes.
Explain to the jury what training and you receive from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office that allows you to come to courts like this and testify.
Well, we do online courses, we attend classes, and then we also go to conferences where we also have annual testing.
Is that referred to as proficiency examinations?
Yes, it is.
Explain to the jury how that's accomplished.
It's just submitted to us every year through the state.
So we'll explain a little bit more detail. Like, do they give you known and unknown?
Travel can be a nightmare.
Your 19 years, did you receive mentorship from the latent print examiners that were employed at the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office?
Yes.
Do you watch what they do and kind of follow in their footsteps?
Yes.
Explain the science of fingerprint examination.
You said the science of fingerprint examinations as to?
Well, like, it's obviously, I think the jury's familiar with the concept that fingerprints are unique. Is that true?
That's true.
So how does an examiner go about looking at unknown fingerprints and determining whether they match or do not match something?
You have to look at the different characteristics in each fingerprint with the minutia, the delta. It's the characteristics of the fingerprints that you have to be aware of and have to look at the similarities in that.
And how long has this science been accepted universally in our world?
I don't know exactly how long it goes back.
At least for the 19 years that you've been in the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office.
That's correct.
And have you been allowed to testify in courts like this about your opinion about whether an unknown print matches a known print?
Yes.
All right, this time I would tender the witness as an expert in the field of latent print examination.
Any additional questioning from Defendant Whitaker?
No.
And from Defendant Robinson?
Oh,
All right, you may proceed.
So explain to the jury what a latent print is.
A latent print is a chance impression. It's an unintentional print that's left on the items after touching after direct contact.
And how does a print get left behind? What's the mechanism?
Just by touching the item.
Is there anything in your body that you leave behind that makes it more or less likely for a latent print to be left behind?
Yes, like the sweat glands and the oil in your fingerprints.
Okay, and that's kind of what you're leaving behind is the oils of your body?
Yes.
Are there things that can interfere with the ability of a latent print to be left behind?
Yes, if you're wearing gloves, if your hands are too sweaty, if they're too dry, and then like the surface material of the item.
So it can be from the person leaving the latent print, meaning gloves, too sweaty, things like that, too dry.
Yes.
And also it can interfere with the object itself.
Yes.
Explain that, how the object itself can interfere with leaving behind a latent print.
It just depends on if the object is rusty or if it's dirty, then it won't pick up the friction rigid details in your fingers.
Does the nature of the surface, like smooth versus rough, play a factor?
Yes, it does.
How does that play a factor?
The rough surfaces, you won't be able to leave a fingerprint, but the smooth surfaces is more likely a chance you will.
How are latent prints, let me ask you this, are there environmental factors, if a latent print is left behind, that can interfere with the latent print's recovery?
Yes, it is environmental factors like the humidity, if it's left outside, if it's not in a controlled environment.
Like rain?
Yes.
Heat?
Yes.
What about wiping it?
Yes, correct.
So all those things you've described for the jury, what is there a mechanism and techniques that you use or people in the field use, like crime scene detectives, to preserve and enhance latent fingerprints?
Yes, probably like the chemical processing that we use when we look at fingerprints to determine if it's fingerprints on the item.
So, for example, the jury may be familiar with something called black powder, where you take a brush and you...
Yes.
Is that a common technique used in your field?
Yes, it is.
What are some of the other ones? Specifically, what are the ones that were used in this case?
In this case, we use rhodamine.
Say that again?
Rhodamine.
All right, explain that.
Fluorescent dye stain. So once you actually, after the item is processed, you apply the rhodamine to the item, and it dries. And then once you look at it under the alternate light source, the rhodamine, it flashes fluorescence. The fingerprint comes up fluorescent.
How was this item that we're going to talk about and say, how was it processed before you did that?
You said, how is it processed? Through a super glue chamber.
Right, that's why. So how does super glue help forensic analysts look at fingerprints?
It's a chamber that you apply super glue, you apply water. Once it heats up, it forms a gas. That gas goes over the actual items, and where it's a fingerprint residue, that gas sits on top of that item. And then that's what the fluorescent dye stain comes in next.
So did you do, or a fellow latent print examiner do the super glue?
A fellow examiner,
okay.
Yes.
And is it common for latent print examiners to follow each other in cases?
Yes.
Okay. And in this case, there were two prior latent print examiners, both of which have retired.
Yes.
So you were the third.
Yes.
Miss Adams, if I could just ask you to sit a little closer to the microphone, a request has been made that you're speaking a little softly.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Aaron. So going back to, did you perform your own independent examination of the item in this case?
Yes, I did.
May I approach the witness, Your Honor?
Yes.
May I continue to approach without asking?
Yes.
I'm showing you what's been introduced into evidence. This case is at 205. Do you recognize this object?
Yes, I do.
And is it your initials on the firearm as well as your prior print examiner's initials on the side?
Yes, it is.
And because of that, was a photograph taken of the latent print that was discovered on the side?
Yes.
So both juries consent. Is that notated on the firearm in such a way so we can know where the latent print came from?
Yes, it should be a scale that's listed, that's next to the fingerprint.
I'm the only one.
And in this particular case, let's see, I can tilt it just right. Is that the scale you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay. And so that would indicate that the latent fingerprint was discovered on the slide of the firearm?
Yes.
Is that portion of the firearm smooth?
Yes, it is.
Is it common in your training experience to examine firearms in that particular location for latent prints?
Yes.
As opposed to the handle, which is rough?
Correct.
Okay. And was a photograph taken of that?
Yes, it was.
Showing you with pre-marked as State's Exhibit 9J for identification. Do you recognize that photograph?
Yes.
And is there notation on the back of that photograph?
Yes, it is.
And does this fairly and accurately represent the latent print photograph taken from the slide of 205?
Yes.
What do you do with that latent print that you take? Do you put it under the microscope?
Yes.
How do you do the comparison? Explain that for the
But a comparison was a manual comparison that was done.
Okay, explain how you do that to the jury.
But that comparison was done based on the fingerprints that was taken in court from the known standards. And that was compared to the actual photograph.
And so you came to court and took Hakeem Robinson's known prints.
Yes.
And I'm showing you what's in the pre-mark. Identification. Is that you?
Yes, it is.
And you took the fingerprints of Hakeem Robinson?
Yes.
Was his counsel present? Remember that?
I don't remember.
Okay. Do you see Mr. Robinson here in court?
Yes, I do.
And could you say where he's seated and what he's wearing?
A tan suit, the back far row. And the center is.
And the record requests the witnesses identified the defendant.
Okay, the record shall so reflect.
Your Honor, this time I would introduce into evidence the pre-marked exhibits as they're pre-numbered.
Okay, so that's 9A and 9J.
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objection from Defendant Whitaker? Any objection from Defendant Robinson?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, without objection, 9I will be marked into evidence as State's Exhibit 217. 9J shall be marked into evidence as State's Exhibit 218.
And so, latent print examiner Adams, when you take the latent photograph print taken from 205, the firearm, and Hakeem Robinson's known prints, what was the opinion you were able to make?
They were a match.
A perfect match. Yeah, that's all the questions I have.
Okay, any cross-exam from Mr. Whitaker? All right, any cross-exam from Mr. Robinson?
Got told on, fingerprint, daddy telling,
I'm good. How are you?
the friend telling. It's over.
1 second to get organized here.
Same gun in the music video.
Talk about fingerprints. This firearm that has a fingerprint on it. Can you say when that print was placed on there?
No, sir.
Could have been days.
Could have been.
Could have been weeks.
It could have been.
Could have been months.
Could have been.
In your expertise, do you have any way?
Yes.
Use this document camera. All.
Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button for me. Appreciate you.
Now, ma'am, do you have any way of saying that my client, who this is one of his many music videos, whether he touched one of his friend's firearms in that music video?
You said, do I have a way of saying?
So let me re-ask that question. You have this firearm. It's found inside of a vehicle on January 15th, 2020. Do you have any evidence that disproves that my client's fingerprint was placed on the firearm in a music video weeks or months prior?
No.
Now, were you asked to reevaluate any prints taken from a vehicle?
The only prints I was asked to reevaluate was from that item.
All right. So, for example, if I happen to have been in a four-door vehicle, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've been in it, maybe for an hour, or sitting maybe in the front passenger seat or the rear passenger seat. I'm getting in and out of the vehicle, standard vehicle. It's got handles that I got to open. If I'm rolling down the window, if I'm putting on a seatbelt, if I'm opening the door, closing the door, that has a potential of leaving fingerprints, correct?
Correct.
Like, for example, this podium. If you were asked to evaluate this podium after I do the cross-examination, there's a very good chance there could be prints on this because it's a surface that's good for leaving prints.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
Yes, correct, yes.
Things like glass, metal, and plastic are also good for leaving prints, right?
Yes, correct.
You weren't asked to evaluate if my client's fingerprints were lifted off of a vehicle that was used in this case, were you?
No, I wasn't.
One brief moment, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay. Is there any redirect?
Your Honor, and this witness may be excused.
All right, thank you, ma'am. You are excused and free to go.
Thank you.
State, do you have another shortest witness that we might be able to do before lunch?
We have the phone examiner, which will probably be like the cell phone examiner, probably equal time.
Okay.
So we don't have a short.
Then we will go ahead and take our lunch recess now, ladies and gentlemen. It is 11:50 almost, and so I'm going to ask that you leave your notepads behind. We're going to lock them, secure them. We'll return them to you when we reconvene. You know the drill. You are free to eat lunch separately, eat lunch together, but whatever you do, you're not to talk about this case among yourselves or with anyone else, or allow anyone to say anything to you or in your presence about the case. And if anyone attempts to approach you, immediately report the matter to one of my bailiffs, and they, of course, will notify me. It is important to remember that this case has to be tried by you only in your collective presence and only based on the facts that come out during trial and in the presence of the defendants, the attorneys, and this court. So please be very mindful of that. Additionally, we will return your electronic devices for your use during lunch, but again, do not read, watch, or listen to any news reports that you might come across on your telephones. So with that, we'll be back here at 12:50 in 1 hour in courtroom 407, where we will continue with the state's case. Thank you very much.
Y'all think going on? No sign. Lunch break. Niggas they got the gun, the same gun that was in the music video. They got a snitch, which is his friend that was on the ride with him. You got Ksoo Daddy who telling too. You got in 3D. They used 3D the other day. And basically put their pictures next to each other just to configure and put the pictures together to fit the joints of who was who. Yeah, them niggas gone. It's over. Technology a motherfucker. And they phones pinged in the location. So that's everything they need. These niggas just fighting the case for no reason. My thing here is the nigga that testified his friend the other day. He 31. Man, how you telling on the little homies? So you knew anytime you get caught up, I'm telling on them young niggas. That's wild. He said, I'm telling on them young niggas. He already had it in his mind that he was telling. Man, I got y'all, man. Damn. Yeah. These niggas done. Ksoo done. I mean, they still got days to fight this case, but it's a wrap. And I'm gonna say they lawyers is doing a hell of a job too. But they ain't got nothing to really work with. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you. Ksoo and the other nigga, they lawyers is some dogs. But they ain't got nothing to work with here. They got everything against them. Everything. Even your big homie. The nigga who came to pick y'all up and spin the bin. We gonna get back to the case, y'all. They at lunch right now. They at lunch. Y'all might as well get y'all something to eat, roll y'all something to smoke. It ain't no real bombshells being just, you know. It's just the location. The phones and the location, which we already know. Yeah, yeah, y'all was there. It was already told that he made a phone call while he was there. So when he called the ops to tell him we about to down your mans. So the phone pinged right there in the parking lot. And guess what today is? Location and phones. And they got that phone. Yeah, how long y'all think they're gonna be at lunch? That's what I don't know. I don't think these niggas gonna be at lunch. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. Like and subscribe. Appreciate you. Mhm. Let me tell you why these young niggas stupid. I'm finna tell you. Because why would you do that in that parking lot with all them cameras and think you was gonna get away with it? Because you was dressed from head to toe. That's why. Nigga, them people know the beef that's going on around there. Y'all been on the radar for a minute. First and foremost, y'all forgot the essence of the hood. You supposed to tell that nigga to the hood. You know what I'm saying? Or you new age babies. See, y'all don't want to spend y'all money to get y'all man. And what I mean by that is, why you just ain't put a little air tag on this car and track where you going? Boom, bam, got your man. You already knew where he was at in that parking lot to be by the car. So why not just put a little air tag on it? I thought niggas want to get away with crime. Not these young niggas. These young niggas, their computer just ain't never calculating. It ain't about getting away with the crime with these young niggas. It's just about doing it and letting everybody know you did it. Ksoo went to go get his feet done and said, kill a nigga, then get my feet done. Or something like that. What? So his pops ain't the only nigga that told on him. He told on himself. They sitting in this court wasting these white people time with all this evidence just mounted up against them. It's not looking good. Not looking good at all. Do I want him to go to jail? I don't give a damn if he went to jail, hell, heaven. But I can tell you this shit ain't looking good. You got a nigga that was in the car with you, that came and got you, sitting on a stand like, fingerprints on the weapon. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's still at lunch. We just waiting on him to come back. We just waiting on him to come back. I'm just here so I don't get fired. We just waiting on him to come back. Then we back to what we on. It took 3 niggas for 1 nigga. You get the drop. Go handle it yourself. What you call the other 3 niggas for? These young niggas love having co-defendants. And one of them turned state, nigga. Would you look at that? And it's the older one out the group, out the crew that turned state. But he had done this before anyway. And these little niggas, I think the nigga he told on was cool with one of them niggas. So you know he told on one of your mans before and you still fuck with this nigga. And time go by, y'all get into some gangster shit, and now he telling on you. Mm-mm-mm. Say it ain't so. It's so. That's why I just mind mines and I don't fuck with niggas. Stays on out the way. I'm the only nigga I know won't tell on me. I'm the only nigga I know won't tell on me. In my mind, I figured everybody gonna tell. Time get too heavy, everybody gonna tell. Look at this situation here. Phones, fingerprint, camera, snitch, everything. Yeah, gangster shit it just wasn't for them. Them niggas, they was too eager. They wasn't willing to be patient. Now they sitting in the courtroom, and, and the crazy thing is, this all started with rat beef. Then it turned to bodies, and it ain't no turning back. Once blood spill, and it's your people, it ain't no turning back. But it all start from fucking rat beef. What? Or over a bitch. Y'all got knowledge of how all this started? Sound like fucking rat beef. Then one side decide to catch a body. Yeah. And now it ain't no turning back. So everybody just trying to get a man now. And it led to this shit right here. They be getting a big break. Record deals be looking. They be on their way up just to go lay their ass down. Whether it's a grave or a cop. Stupid little niggas. Dumbass little niggas. Don't all speak at once. How y'all feel about this? What's on y'all mind? Fuck it, we could talk about you till it come back out. Fuck it till it come back out. What you got going on? What's your life like? This shit so strong it put a hold on my speech. It's all up in here. This shit all up in here. It put a hold on my speech. Whoo. You know that shit some gas when you look at it. You be damn. Hey, you know it's some gas. It's the long break, y'all. I'm chilling with y'all. You hear me? I'm walking this shit down with y'all. I'm walking this shit down with y'all. They still at fucking lunch. I know they eat slow as hell. I already know. So this ain't the time for them to beat they meat. You feel me? Come on, we got shit to do. We got niggas to convict. Cause this evidence is just overwhelming. Oh shit. Not that I'm happy niggas getting locked up, but that was all done wrong. It just, if I gotta say so myself, like, you niggas ain't meant to do crime. Look at this shit. They just ain't meant to do crime. Nobody should be doing crime. But we was born into this shit. And these niggas, they was born into some other shit. They was little babies. I don't know. Growing up, we just wanted to get some money. These niggas don't care about the money. They just want to get a body. And they want everybody to know about it. Before they get the body, they call the ops. Like, hey, we about to get your man's. Like, huh? Then the nigga on the stand say, I ain't know that could make him a witness. What you mean? Nigga, you done told old niggas how many times they been on the stand? And you 31, you ain't know that a nigga telling the nigga something make him a witness. Oh, man. Yeah, you don't need to be doing crime, bro. You do not need to be doing no crime. But you see how reckless and careless these little young niggas is. That's why I stay out their way. I ain't messing with you young niggas. Y'all got it. Fuck it. I'm now. You see all these grays? I'm now. Fuck it. Whatever. I'm up, man. Man, these niggas need to come back from lunch, man. Damn. This motherfucker right here whooping my ass. You hear me? Mm-hmm. So y'all want to go back to listening to this shit? Want to go back to listening to the court and recess music, nigga? Get blow with a nigga, yeah. Go to the store with a nigga, yeah. Little freak bitch, I knew she was. Man, I go crazy. Don't make me start going off the court recess beat. I swear to God, I go crazy off this bitch. Don't make me go crazy. I still got it, man. You know when they get drunk or high, it's time to start freestyling. Y'all know what time it is. We used to court and recess. We still waiting. Day and lunch. And we fucking off. I know if I was there, I'd be outside. Did the rolled up, do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So, quarter recess. Nigga funny as hell, get high and start freestyling. What's the quarter recess be, bro? Was that about 4 bars for me? Yeah, the brother, man. Oh, shit. Y'all know mind me. I'm a silly ass nigga, man. Them niggas finna get locked up and I'm laughing. Man, don't mind me.
You know, one of the most
Nigga
common
still at
reasons we stop
recess.
people is because they just can't afford
Right.
insurance.
Oh, okay. They on what they on and we on what we on. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. In my mind, it's like this core and recess beat. I'm waiting on the beat to drop. You hear me? Oh, my silly ass waiting on the beat to drop. And once again, this motherfucker my ass, bro. My good. We're still in recess. I wouldn't dare let y'all miss something.